As this scorching summer heads into August, your favorite General Hospital potential pairs heat up, with some huge consequential moments coming up. Here's a preview of what's to come for these not-yet couples. Jason Morgan has been consumed with everything Brit ever since he saw her spitting image in a French airport. Everyone he has told insists that Brit is very much dead, but a discrepancy in her cremation paperwork has Jason asking questions. According to Swoon, the couple that never really was will finally reconnect this month. A GH behind-the-scenes preview photo shows them together at what appears to be the Croatian resort where Brit is staying. But Jason looks like anything but the black t-shirt-clad man he has been for nearly 30 years. Brit never really had a chance to show what they were made of the last time around, when their romance was cut short by Jason's marriage to Carly. Brit was heartbroken when Jason told her that he had to marry Carly to protect Sonny's business. After that ill-advised marriage ended before anyone could blink, Jason and Brit traveled to Greece to rescue Liesl from Victor Cassadine. That's when Jason was presumed dead. When he returned last year, he was devastated to hear that Brit had died. Now, it turns out she's alive. But how? Emma and Gio have been roommates for months and seem to be each other's person. But it hasn't gone any further than that, despite fans clamoring for this young romance to happen. In August, Emma is finally going to open up about her feelings for Gio, to Trina. Will Trina encourage her to tell Gio how she feels? What is she waiting for? The friendship is already there, so it might be time to take things to the next level. Jordan and Curtis have been dancing around residual feelings for one another for months. In August, look for a surprise moment between the former spouses. Sonny hasn't had any sort of front-burner romance since he divorced Nina at the start of 2024. His relationship with Natalia ended in disaster, but he's been flirting with acting district attorney Justine Turner. The two are set to connect again, but will it lead anywhere? Lucy and Sidwell have been flirting with one another since he moved into Windermere in January. They are finally set to admit they are attracted to one another. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. Here's your General Hospital spoiler sneak peek at some of the action that will take place in Port Charles the week of August 4th to 8th, 2025. Be sure to tune in to ABC each weekday to see how it all plays out. Anna encounters Obrecht. Ava makes a proposal. Brit is taken aback. Chase runs into Gio, Rick and Molly meet for dinner. Jason confides in Sonny. Michael shares his suspicions. Carly and Lucas have a frank discussion. Willow tries to make amends. Sidwell attempts to deter Tracy. Sonny makes a connection. Chase confronts Michael. Lulu enlists an ally. Laura summons Dante. Danny advises Rocco. Anna pulls some strings. Emma opens up to Trina. Jordan updates Laura. Brooke, Lynn confides in Sonny. Ava puts Rick to the test. Carly pitches an idea to Brennan. There is no other way to put this. General Hospital's Caitlin McMullen has been absolutely knocking it out of the park as Willow's life falls apart around her. From her full-on meltdown in the courtroom after losing her kids in June, to her wedding-busting confrontation with Drew, and to her complete breakdown outside Carly's house in July, we have been mesmerized. While Willow may be exasperating us, McMullen has done nothing but keep us enthralled, once again earning Soap Central's Performer of the Week accolades. We saw every version imaginable of Willow this week, often in quick succession. McMullen gave her character a backbone when she confronted Drew at the altar and promptly told him off, something that was a long time coming. It appeared to be as cathartic for McMullen and Willow as it was for fans. What happened after that took McMullen's performance to a whole other level. When Willow showed up at Carly's front door, breathless and wild, with tear-filled mascara staining her face, we weren't sure whether to feel heartbroken or horrified, which seemed to be the point. Willow had reached her lowest moment ever, as she realized that not only did she not have her children, but she also didn't have a home. McMullen saw Willow through the motions of basic functioning as she sat on Elizabeth's couch and sipped some water. And the next day, she was a whole new Willow. When Willow greeted Elizabeth the next morning, it was as if nothing had happened. Willow suddenly had clarity now, and McMullen played her like she was ready to go to work and get on with her day. We felt we were watching the pre-Drew Willow when Rick gently explained to her that she would have to stay away from Michael and her kids until the visitation hearing. Willow was ready to do anything Rick told her to do until she wasn't. That wasn't came within minutes. Willow's walk turned into a trek to the Quartermain mansion, where she seemed like a reasonable person until Michael told her she couldn't see the kids until the October hearing. Without missing a beat, McMullen's face crumbled as she grew more wild-eyed, begging and pleading with Michael as she had done the night before. McMullen has turned in a masterclass in performing as Willow comes undone, and we can't wait to see what she does next. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, August 4th reveal that Jocelyn Jacks will sell a bogus Australia story to Carly Spencer, while Cody Bell scores an extra $10,000 from Christina Corinthos Davis. For starters, Jocelyn will move ahead with her plan and act like her grandmother's friend in Australia needs some urgent help. Carly will be a bit suspicious over Jocelyn suddenly taking off like this, but Jocelyn will play up how maybe her mom was right about Vaughn. Joss will suggest that putting some distance between them will help her figure out what she wants, so Carly may like the sound of that. Of course, Carly won't realize that Jocelyn is actually headed to the Five Poppies Resort in Dalmatia, where Joss and Vaughn are ultimately going to pose as newlyweds. As for Jason Morgan, he'll remain stunned since he could hear Britt Westbourne's voice in the background during that resort call. It should leave Jason totally convinced that Britt's alive and staying there. Britt will also be caught off guard in Monday's GH episode, so we'll see if she gets any hints about Jason digging around. In the meantime, Brooke Lynn Quartermain will leave Harrison Chase taken aback as well. Since Brooke Lynn won't want to adopt a child until she figures things out with Giovanni Gio Palmieri, that news will throw Chase for a loop. At some point, Chase will bump into Gio and may give him a nudge toward reconciliation with Brooke Lynn. However, Gio won't be ready for that, and his mind will be on other things anyway. Since Gio's volunteered to search the lab while Emma Scorpio Drake is attending Professor Henry Hank Dalton's important lecture, he'll be walking into a risky situation. Gio will push Emma to keep this between them and hope to find out anything Dalton might be hiding. While Rick Lansing joins Molly Lansing for dinner and perhaps listens to her latest Cody rant, Cody will meet up with Christina. That'll give Christina a chance to deliver new orders regarding the Ava Jerome seduction plot, but Cody will seem hesitant to accept them at first. Christina will offer to throw in an extra $10,000 for Cody's trouble, so he'll quickly get on board once there's more cash involved. Next, Ava will have a proposition for Alexis Davis to consider. After Ava says she's about to do Alexis a huge favor, she may propose a way to cut down on Alexis's blackmail expenses. Ava might be trying to push Rick out of this arrangement, so stay tuned for updates on her pitch and how Alexis will respond. Finally, General Hospital spoilers say Anna Devane will run into Liesl Obrecht, so she may fish for Brit info now that she's heard Jason's side of the story. When Chase runs into Gio, does he make a case for Brooke Lynn? In addition to Anna encountering Obrecht, General Hospital spoilers for Monday, August 4th, 2025, will also focus on Chase running into Gio and Ava making a proposal. Dante recently gave Anna a heads up that Liesl Obrecht was back in town. The doctor returned to connect with Rocco, who needed to know about Britt. She was more than happy to share stories and information about his birth. When Anna encounters Obrecht on Monday, how will their reunion go? Their history is complicated, but they're mostly in a better place. They both went raging a few years ago, after all. However, Anna knows what Obrecht is capable of, so this interaction could go 100 different ways. Anna also knows about Jason's gut feeling that Britt is alive, so their conversation may veer that way. Meanwhile, in Dubrovnik, Croatia, Britt is somehow involved with Dalton's research, and she's injecting herself with mysterious concoctions. Personally, you can tell she's lonely. She doesn't have her mother by her side. What happens when Britt is suddenly taken aback? It's not too soon for Jason to catch up to her, right? Meanwhile, Dante has been able to talk to Gio a couple of times since the big reveal. Those interactions were unsuccessful, but not disastrous. Brooke Lynn, on the other hand, hasn't had much FaceTime with her biological son. But the last time they were in the same vicinity, It didn't go well. Things could start looking up because Chase is about to run into Gio. Faced with this sudden opportunity, Brooklyn's hubby could start making a case for Gio to give Brooklyn a chance. Elsewhere, Rick meets with Molly for dinner. There's a lot that Rick knows that his daughter does not. Like how her sister cut the brakes on his car, resulting in the accident that sent him and Elizabeth to the hospital. He's also blackmailing Alexis because of Christina's bad choices. The father-daughter duo will probably have to stick to topics like the law and how Cody isn't the man that Molly thought he was. What will happen when the ADA finds out that everybody in her life is lying to her? Finally, Ava makes a proposal. At Drew's and Willow's doomed wedding, Ava warned Alexis that she needed to talk to her. So, this proposal has to be about that. Ava may be playing into Christina's hands if this is about striking a separate deal with Alexis regarding the money she has been embezzling from the Cassadine Trust. This could be a move that tells Alexis and Christina that Christina's plan is working. General Hospital spoilers reveal a preview clip has been released for Friday, August 1st, 2025. In today's episode, fans can expect Jack Brennan to drop a bombshell on Vaughn and Jocelyn Jacks. Britt Westbourne faces a mystery man. Plus, Felicia Scorpio tries to counsel Lucas Jones. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in today's episode of the ABC soap opera. Let's start off with Jack, who will have a meeting with Vaughn and Jocelyn. The WBS boss will tell the agents that Professor Henry Hank Dalton is no longer the primary target. Joss looks shocked, but is there a chance that the new target is Britt? Maybe they think she's the boss, when in fact, it seems to be a mystery man. Speaking of Britt, she answers the door to face someone unexpected. This certainly isn't Jason Morgan, or even Liesl Obrecht. I wonder if Britt is undercover. That would certainly explain faking her death. And it might also explain why her own mother doesn't know. With Britt having a fatal diagnosis anyway, I can't see prison or death forcing her to do something shady. If Britt's loved ones were threatened, that would be another story though. General Hospital spoilers for Friday, August 1st reveal that Jason will confide in Anna Devane. Sonny Corinthos' right-hand man has already gone to Carly Spencer as well as Obrecht. Elizabeth Baldwin's favor has led Jason in an interesting direction. With it being confirmed that the death certificate has no record of Britt's cremation, Jason is on his way. Could Jason end up saving Britt, or will his arrival ruin whatever scheme she is in on? The preview clip also shows Felicia trying to guide Lucas in the right direction. Emma Scorpio Drake tells Gio Palmieri that she brought backup. Christina Corinthos Davis looks alarmed as she asks someone what happened. Also, Sonny asks, "What behavior are you talking about?" I wonder if someone turns to Sonny about Willow Tate's actions. Sonny isn't a mental health professional, but knows firsthand what it's like to spiral out of control. So, Sonny might have some advice for his son, especially with the children at the center of this madness. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Friday, August 1st, 2025? General Hospital spoilers claim Jason Morgan showing up at Elizabeth Baldwin's house later this week could unravel Willow Corinthos, who has been hiding out there since her life fell apart. Jason is seeking Elizabeth's insight on a personal matter, but his presence might trigger Willow's buried guilt over her July 4th kidnapping of Daisy Corinthos Gilmore, when she was bent on hurting Michael Corinthos. As Willow fights to regain Michael's trust and see her kids, will this haunting regret sabotage her efforts? Jason's unexpected knock at Elizabeth's door might catch Willow off guard, and some fans are gushing about her fragile state, worried she may start to grow paranoid about getting caught. Here was something about being with Drew Quartermain that made Willow feel protected and invincible, but not anymore. The sight of Jason, tied to her Daisy kidnapping, a desperate act born from Drew's string of betrayals that cost her her children, could stir memories of that chaotic night. Willow is desperate to rebuild with Michael, but her guilt, layered by knowing she was manipulated all along into giving up on her marriage, and that everyone else could see it, threatens to spill out everywhere. Can she keep her composure, or will this encounter push her to confess and risk losing everything? In a tense moment, Elizabeth could offer Willow a listening ear as Jason lingers, his questions about a past issue like Britt Westbourne's death stirring the air. Imagine Willow, gripping her coffee mug, heart pounding as Jason's presence brings her baby caper back to the forefront of her weary mind. Feel that anxiety? Fearing her guilt could derail her custody battle for Wiley and Amelia Corinthos, especially with the custody hearing months away. Willow might start to spiral. Elizabeth, a steady friend, could try to anchor her, but the weight of Willow's secret looms large. Will she crack under pressure? Willow's fight to win back Michael's respect and be with her kids hangs in the balance as Jason's visit threatens to unravel her sanity. Yes. He just can't believe how far she had fallen under Drew's spell. Will her guilt over Daisy's kidnapping consume her chances at redemption? With Michael's trust fragile and her heart heavy, Willow's path is fraught with risk. How do you see this playing out? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. And keep checking back every day for more GH news and spoilers. Here's what's ahead in Port Charles. General Hospital spoilers for the week of August 8th, 2025. Tease that the search for Britt is on. Now that Jason is getting closer to discovering what really happened to Britt, he's enlisting the help of a good friend and trusted ally, Anna. The police commissioner is always willing to help Jason, and on Thursday, she'll pull some strings for him before ending the week by giving Jason her 2 cents. But first, to start off the week, Anna will finally encounter Liesel since the disgraced doctors return to Port Charles, while Jason will confide in Sunny on Tuesday. Sunny was once presumed dead as well, so he knows all too well that it's possible. Sunny will also have a heart-to-heart with Brooke Lynn, who will most likely confide in him about her son and her mother. While Emma has found an enemy in Jocelyn, she's found a friend in Trina. On Thursday, she'll open up to Trina. Will this be about her ultimate plan for Dalton, or maybe some growing feelings for Gio? Midweek, Laura summons Dante, while Danny offers Rocco some advice. Laura has been concerned about her grandson ever since he learned the truth about Britt, who at the end of the week will defy orders. But orders from who? General Hospital spoilers reveal that at least 5 August surprises are on the way. So let's talk about what GH fans can expect. Viewers will see some big confessions along with some complicated romances, so there'll be so much to look forward to on the ABC soap. 1. Emma spills the truth to Trina. For starters, Emma Scorpio Drake will get honest with Trina Robinson about Giovanni Gio Palmieri. Although Emma is enjoying her friendship with Gio, her feelings for him run deeper than that. After Emma comes clean about her romantic news, Trina may give her a nudge to tell Gio what's in her heart. Gio surely feels the same way, so Trina might play matchmaker for them with some good advice. 2. Sunny's unexpected connection. Next, let's talk about Sunny Corinthos, since he'll make a surprising connection with ADA Justine Turner. Despite all the tension between the two of them, there's a spark bubbling under the surface. That spark could grow stronger since Sunny and Justine have a close moment coming up. Could Justine and Sunny eventually share a kiss, or even hit the sheets? 3. Jason and Britt reunite. Jason Morgan will also track Britt Westbourne down, so a stunning reunion is on the way. Britt and Jason will certainly have a lot to talk about since they've both returned from the dead. It'll be interesting to hear more about Britt's current research, along with the story of how she survived. As for Jason and Britt's chemistry, it should be back in full force and may bring erupting passion sooner rather than later. 4. Curtis and Jordan's growing temptation. Meanwhile, Curtis Ashford and Jordan Ashford will be tempted. Jordan and Curtis will get too close for comfort. So could that lead to Curtis betraying Portia Robinson with his ex-wife? 5. Sidwell and Lucy consider couple status over with Gen Z Sidwell and Lucy Co. They'll stop dancing around what's happening between them. Both Lucy and Sidwell are attracted to each other, so they'll confess that and consider whether they should become a couple. General Hospital spoilers say this August will bring plenty of excitement, so stay tuned for updates on all the action. Secrets are leading to larger conspiracies on the current General Hospital storyline, as the Britt story arc connects Jason and PCPD with the WSB and Dalton. With Anna and Brennan keeping an eye on the shady professor, Jason's Britt sighting will add another page to the saga. Meanwhile, the plot for the mob clash in town thickens with Lucas joining the fray. The soap's Wheeler teaser for August 1st, 2025 released on YouTube by General Hospital Preview, sees Brennan sharing vital intel with his two Port Charles agents. He tells Vaughn and Jocelyn he may task his agents with fresh assignments. Meanwhile, Jason meets Anna. He is seen asking in desperation. Jason may be seeking more information on Britt after a glimpse of the character from the past. Elsewhere, Lucas seems to be taking a stand as he refuses to look away. He is likely referring to Sonny's role in Marco's abduction. Some of the other arcs for August 1st, 2025 include Emma and Gio's mission and Britt's predicament on the long-running ABC daily soap. The General Hospital teaser video mentioned above opens with Lucas's outrage. He is seen facing Felicia as he rants about refusing to look away anymore when he sees something wrong. He is likely discussing Marco's statement in which the latter denied Sonny's connection to his absence. Lucas rescued Marco and knows the truth. As such, he wants to speak up for the victim of the mob clash. Felicia will likely advise him on the wisest option. The following scene shows Emma and Giovanni outside a facility. Emma informs Gio that she plans to call for an extra backup in case they need it. Outback barks as Gio looks concerned. Emma may be planning to break into Dalton's lab. Meanwhile, Christina inquires about an incident. While her audience is not visible, she may be concerned about the success of her plan. Alternatively, she may inquire about the latest happenings as Alexis worries about Scout. The next scene on the GH teaser shows Brennan's WSB office. He informs his two agents about the possibility of a target other than Henry Dalton. Whether WSB knows about Britt's connection remains to be seen. The next frame sees Sonny Corinthos question someone. He asks what behavior they are discussing. The other person likely points out a resident's odd actions. The GH teaser video moves on to Jason's current mission. Jason possibly asked Anna to source information connected to Britt being alive. He seems to inquire whether the commissioner, played by Finola Hughes, got any news. Since Jason believes that Britt may be alive, he needs validation for the same. He is desperate to know that the person he saw at the airport was not a figment of his imagination. GH viewers know that Britt Westbourne is in Croatia. The soap's teaser ends with a scene of Britt as she stands at the door of her resort room. Someone forbids her from going out. They may be a representative of her employers. The saga of deceptions and lies continued on the General Hospital episode released on Thursday, July 31st, 2025. While Michael felt compelled to refuse Willow's proposition, Drew deceived Curtis into believing in a truce. Other arcs featured in the episode included Anna worried about Emma's involvement with Dalton, Carly advising Jocelyn, and Jason probing Britt's death. The recent events on General Hospital included Willow walking out on her groom at the altar. This was after Curtis revealed the congressman's affair with Willow's mother and its timeline. A dejected Willow cut ties with her mother and her beau and moved in with Elizabeth. On the other hand, Jason followed up with his sleuthing about Britt's death by approaching Liesel Obrecht without much success. Meanwhile, Britt was seen in a Croatian lab and later in her resort room. The previous episodes of General Hospital also focused on Jocelyn and Vaughn's WSB assignment with Greta before Dante and Anna tracked them. However, Brennan called them off the assignment before romancing Carly on the long-running ABC soap. After her wedding fell through due to the disclosure of lies and betrayals, Willow hysterically rushed to Carly's house to meet her children. Michael turned her away, while Carly showed her the mirror to make her understand why that was not the right time for Wiley to meet his mother. Willow calmed down at Elizabeth's house and made another attempt at reconciling with Michael on Thursday's General Hospital episode. She offered to get back with him, claiming to realize Drew's shortcomings. However, Michael rejected her idea. Pushed back, Willow turned hysterical and offered to co-parent the children, demanding to see them. In reply, Michael refused to let her see the kids. He pointed out that she was not in a stable mental state to be around them. An agitated Willow went back, resolving to prove that she is a stable mother. General Hospital fans saw Dante present Anna with intel on Greta, the courier who was being tracked by Jocelyn and Vaughn. They realized that Greta went to the pool where Dalton was also present. Since the courier left for Croatia, the PCPD cannot do much. However, Anna realized that Dalton was involved in something the WSB was interested in. As such, she worried about Emma's interest in Dalton's animal tests. Since Emma Drake wanted to volunteer for the professor's attention, her grandmother got anxious. Meanwhile, Emma disclosed to Giovanni her theft of the key to Dalton's facility. Carly took it upon herself to advise her daughter about her romantic interest in Vaughn. She pointed out that Vaughn was much older than her and may be pitting her against Emma. However, Jocelyn downplayed the situation, saying that it was a love triangle. Moreover, she claimed not to be seriously in love with Vaughn. Assured by her daughter, Carly promised to be there for her if ever needed. As per the General Hospital plot, Carly is so far unaware of Jocelyn's role in WSB. Drew walked up to Curtis and pretended to be annoyed by too many enemies. He claimed that he wanted to resolve some of the enmities and offered a truce to his former friend. Curtis reminded him about the blackmail-worthy intel he has on Portia. As Curtis asked for the material in return for a truce, Drew agreed. However, when Martin asked Drew whether his interaction with his nemesis was friendly, the congressman admitted to having fooled his former friend. He declared to have a long-term plan for this. After his last interaction with Obrecht resulted in no information, Jason was seen reaching out to Elizabeth. General Hospital viewers found the henchman at the nurse's house asking for a personal favor about the list of mortuaries for morgue bodies from the hospital. Since Liz was busy with laundry, she set up the list for Jason to look at. After getting the name of the mortuary where Britt was sent, Jason arrived at the location. While the morgue records claimed that Obrecht arranged for Britt's cremation and collected her ashes, there was no date against the incident. Jason found this mistake shocking and might dig some more. Spoilers of the upcoming episode of the ABC soap opera General Hospital airing on August 1st, 2025. Promise a dramatic episode full of changing alliances, uncomfortable truths, and rising suspicions. Major storylines involving Jason, the WSB, and Sunny will take center stage. Viewers can expect some shocking moments and intense conversations as characters make important choices. The main focus of the General Hospital episode is Jason telling Anna something about Britt Westbourne that could completely change the WSB's investigation. At the same time, Sunny starts to question someone's recent actions, and other characters try to figure out what people are really hiding. The tension is building, and each storyline is moving closer to a major twist. Jason on General Hospital is starting to believe more and more that Britt might still be alive, so he decides to tell Anna what he's found. He recently discovered there's no official record of Britt's cremation, which makes him even more suspicious. Anna has already been feeling uneasy, and now she might start to agree with Jason's theory that someone powerful is hiding Britt. If she really is alive and being kept somewhere, it could mean trouble for both Jason and Anna. In a surprising twist on General Hospital, the WSB decides to stop focusing on Professor Dalton. Brendan tells Vaughn and Jocelyn that Dalton is no longer their main target. This means the WS may now be after someone else, possibly Britt or someone connected to her research. It's clear the mission isn't over yet, and Brendan seems to be hiding something. Jocelyn and Vaughn might be pulled back into action soon. Lucas opens up to Felicia and shares how upset he is that Sunny didn't face any consequences after Marco's kidnapping. He's even more frustrated now that Marco has teamed up with Jen Sidwell and is planning to go after Sunny. Meanwhile, Sunny starts noticing strange behavior, possibly from Willow, especially after her recent emotional outbursts and breakup with Drew. As things start to feel off, Sunny may begin to realize that not everyone around him can be trusted. Tensions are running high for the Davis family on General Hospital, as both Christina and Alexis look for answers. Christina comes across someone who seems upset and wants to help. Meanwhile, Alexis is still trying to understand what went wrong at the wedding that upset Scout. She might talk to Drew to figure out how everything got so out of control and try to make sense of the situation. Emma asks Gio to help her with a plan involving the lab break-in, showing that the two are up to something risky and important. Their plan might help them uncover the truth, but things won't go smoothly. Even Outback the dog gets involved in the chaos, making it clear that Emma is willing to take risks to get the answers she wants. At the resort where Britt is being kept, someone shows up at her door and tells her she's not allowed to leave. This mystery visitor, possibly Pascal, who might be working for the people holding her, could be part of a bigger plan. Brit's return is still a secret, and this moment makes things even more mysterious. Dante is worried about how his son Rocco is feeling, so he talks to Danny to try and understand what's going on. Their talk might bring out some hidden emotions or secrets Rocco hasn't shared. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you!